Hi, welcome to Conservative Apologetics. Well, we now know who pulls President Obama's marionette strings, and it is not you, the American people. It is the extremist, far left-wing side of the Democratic Party. It is the wackos that are way out there who think the government does everything better than you do everything. After last weekend, when Kathleen Sebelius, the Health and Human Services Secretary, signaled that perhaps the administration could do without the public option, or the government option, really, because if you get into government-run insurance, they will take over your life. President Obama suggested the same. Several members of the cabinet spread out over all the various Sunday news programs and all kind of suggested that the public option was off the table, that the American people didn't want it, and that it wasn't essential to healthcare reform. Now, what the public option is it would be where the government would offer you insurance and compete with the health insurance companies. Of course, you cannot compete with the with the federal government, rather. And eventually the federal government would drive the insurance companies out of business because they could subsidize, offer lower rates, people would begin to shift, and of course, that's what they want, is people to go, oh, I can get a better deal through the government. I'll go to the government-run plan. And then the other health insurance companies go out of business, and pretty soon the government controls everybody's health care. All right, so they were out signaling that this public option wasn't essential. Well, good Lord, you would have thought they threw a match in a gallon of gasoline. The explosion that occurred on the far left. People like the Daily Kos and Move On, all these guys went wacko. They went nuts. The liberals in Congress, the extreme wackos in the House of Representatives and the liberals in the Senate, they just went crazy. No, we've got to have it. Howard Dean, who used to be the chairman of the Democratic National Convention, and was the one who, when he was running for president, went woohoo, and that kind of lost him the nomination. He's kind of a leader and a spokesperson of the far left wackos. Anyway, he said, look, there can be no meaningful health care reform without a public option. All right, so what he does is he chides Obama. So Obama buckles under the pressure in just a couple days. I mean, he buckles under the pressure of his far left-wing buddies. Why? Because at heart, Obama is a far left-winger. He is, I would say, closing in on a socialist. He buckles under the pressure because he can't stand up to it. He knows the American people don't like it, but you know what, frankly? He doesn't care what you like. I mean, that's the bottom line. Obama doesn't care what you want or what you don't want. He is pushing his agenda, his ideology, his concept of government running your life. Folks, I'm telling you, if the government gets control of your health care, you are in trouble. You know why? Because pretty soon they'll start dictating what you can eat and what you can't eat. When you will exercise, when you will do this, have children. I'm telling you guys, this is not black helicopter conspiracy theory thought processes. This is the government getting involved in your life, telling you what you're supposed to do and what you can do and what you can't do. I'm telling you, America, you better keep fighting. You better stand strong. You better not let the government pass this. Now, Congress is saying, look, we're not even going to worry about working with the Republicans. If they're not going to work with us, we are going to pass health care reform. So in essence, what they're saying in America is, look, we don't care what you think. We don't care if you think this is good or not. We like it. We want it. We're going to pass it. Now, they won't be on the same health care plan as you will. They'll keep their nice, fancy health care. All right, their single payer type thing that's funded through the government, or their private insurance, rather not single pay, but their private insurance that they get through the government, and boy, it's great insurance. Now they'll keep that, but you won't get that. You'll get something that's rationed. Now theirs won't be rationed, but yours will. Your 87-year-old grandma, when she falls and breaks her hip and needs a hip replacement, but there's a bunch of illegal aliens who, need, a heart procedure or something like that are in their 30s and 40s, and, the young gal who wants the abortion because she was horsing around and got pregnant, You know, they're going to get the health care before Granny will because, well, Granny's 87 years old. Is it really worth spending, 30, 50, 60,000 bucks to put an artificial hip in Granny when she may only have another few years anyway? Don't think those kind of decisions won't be made for you. They will be made for you. That's just the way the government is. They're going to have to ration health care. They're going to have to ration the way things happen. They're going to have to ration all of this. Why? Because they won't be able to afford to do everything for everybody. Because they're going to have a limited amount of money. Now, they're throwing around the idea, now Obama is, today he was did an interview with a radio station from Philadelphia. And he said in there that, look, we're open to talk about the best thing available. Now, he didn't come right out and mention a public option, but he alluded to something to that effect. And then he also mentioned co-ops, nonprofit co-ops, which are similar to the electric co-ops that rural areas have, where the people who use it own it. He alluded to that. But here's the thing. The public option's still not off the table, folks. I'm telling you. They're going to try and slip it back in the back door. Obama wants government-run health care, period. He just wants government to run the health care, period. They have not been able to sufficiently run Medicare, Medicaid, or Social Security. What makes you think they can efficiently run 1/7 of our gross domestic product? What makes you think that? Seriously. The government has never done anything efficiently. I mean, this is the government. When President Obama put up the website for the health care reform, it cost $14 million to put that webpage up. $14 million. How does it take $14 million to put up a web page? Seriously, think about that. I mean, I can sit here and put together a web page for nothing. I'm sure somewhere there is an individual employed by the United States government whose job is to do web pages. How did it cost $14 million? Do you think that's an efficiently designed web page? Do you think that's a web page that we can look at and go, oh, that is a model of government efficiency? I don't think so. That ranks right up there with the $700 hammers, and the $10,000 toilet seats. America, this is insanity. It's time to stand up, keep your voice going, be heard. Don't let them off the hook. Call Congress, your congressman, call your senator, email them, let them know you will not tolerate this. Now, they're trying to avoid you during the August recess. Go to their offices, go to their district offices and say, I want to see my congressman. I want to talk to my congressman. They can't hide from you. You are their employee. If they don't see you, if they don't talk to you, if they refuse to hear your concerns, then tell them you are going to vote them out of office. America, if you've never been involved in politics before, now is the time. I'm telling you, folks, you do not want the government taking over your health care. You do not want the government having their fingers in your health care. You do not want death panels for end-of-life counseling, as they call it. You do not want government employees coming into your home telling you how to raise your children emotionally and socially and cognitively. You do not want this. America, stand up. Continue to fight the fight. This has just been a momentary retreat by Obama because he looked and he saw the storm and he panicked. But you know what? His far, far extremist left-wing allies are going to hold his feet to the fire and force him to do this. So America, you need to continue to stand strong. Thanks for watching Conservative Apologetics.